Welcome back, everybody. So after the recent Ragnarok world premiere, as they would call it, after that whole thing happened, I watched on Twitch of all my homies there, and I've had a few hours to think about everything, gather my thoughts. Obviously, I don't think it's a good idea to give thoughts like 5 minutes after something's happened, because you haven't really processed any of it. You haven't taken it in, you haven't thought about the pros and the cons, so I thought I'd give it some time before just, giving my 5 minutes later thoughts. So yeah, obviously I do think this has pros and cons, of course. The biggest pro about this is I think it 100% prolongs the game, it future-proofs the game. They've told us, this is definitely going to be something that's going to be worked on for over a year. The executive director mentioned that they already have 12 chapters worth of story just for this alone, which, by the way, Grand Cross, if I recall correctly, Global is only on chapter 15, 16, JP's on the same thing, maybe 17, chapter 7, I don't even know, but they have enough content for an exclusive original series that is almost as long as the current content we have in a game that is over 2 years old. So they're easily future-proofing this for over a year at least, which is obviously something very good, right? Because one thing that people always get worried about when it comes to gachas is eventually the content is going to dry out, right? Eventually. But with this, it's like now we're going to be getting, like 7 Deadly Sins stuff, and then we're going to be getting this, Grand Cross Ragnarok stuff. So, it really does help out the devs and being more creative with the stuff they give us. And overall it's very good. 12 chapters, 1 chapter per month, starting the end of July, if I recall correctly. So yeah, very long time. And of course 20 characters. Now they didn't specifically say that there are 20 playable characters, although in the aspect of there being story, a story with only 20 characters is, very, very low. Like only 20, I don't know, but the point I'm trying to make is 20 characters over the span of a year probably isn't that bad. If anything, it's pretty good, as long as they just space it out well, because we do know that at least on global, they've kind of fixed that issue, but on global, it's, as of very recently, it was very congested. We'd get, what was it, like a new character a week. We was getting like 3-4 characters a month for a very long time, and only recently they've slowed it down to 2 characters a month. So just thinking about that, nothing, nothing too bad. I'm perfectly happy with that. I ain't got no issues. And obviously they said we'd also get some other stuff, content, yada yada. I do expect this kind of story to get its own final boss, to get its own like special raid, the raid events where you get rewards and stuff. I'm also hoping maybe they implement some kind of new PvP system. I think that would be really, really good. That would be awesome, because I do feel like PvP maybe should get a little twist. It doesn't have to be something major, just maybe just a little bit something different. But overall, the content is all good. That's pretty much it. We don't have too much information. All we know is that it starts late July. They'll release it, and we can just move on from that point. 1 chapter a month, maybe 1 character a month, 2. I don't know if they, because the way I think about it, right, they have to weave this in with like the 7 Deadly Sins stuff, right? They're not just gonna, release this stuff and then it's, forget all of the 7 Deadly Sins stuff. No, they have to weave it together, right? So I'm gonna be very interested to see how they do that, because the last thing I would want is for them to just 1 week, 1 week release 7 Deadly Sins stuff, and then the next week Ragnarok stuff, and then so on and so forth. It's gonna be really unbalanced if it's like, every month we get a bit of each. I kind of hope the way they do it is 1 month we get this, the next month we get this, because I feel like it's just more smoother, It's a more smoother experience to know that, alright, in this month we're going to get only Ragnarok stuff, and then next month we're only going to get 7 Deadly Sins stuff, because when you mix and match it, I think it can become a little bit overwhelming. So yeah, that was just another thing I wanted to mention. the pros, as I said, prolong the game, give us something new. Like, one thing I was talking about on stream is that for once I actually have a reason to not skip every damn story cutscene, and that's actually something that I'm very happy about. You know, I will be paying attention to this story because of course it's going to be something completely brand new. It's something completely alien. We don't know anything about it, and of course, you know, if you don't know about something, you probably should pay attention, right? All of us, when we play story, we just skip the damn cutscene. We know the cutscenes look good, they look better than the damn anime, which is actually hilarious. But I think for this, as long as you're not mentally ill, right, I don't see why you would skip the cutscenes and miss out on a story that you have no idea about, you know. The main reason why everyone skips is because we are all familiar with the 7 deadly sins. You know, we're watching the anime, we've watched the seasons, we know what happens, so it's just skip, forget it. But at least for a change, you know, 12 chapters of story that we can actually pay attention to is going to be very refreshing, and you know, something that I've never actually had to worry about with this game, because up until this Ragnarok stuff, there is no reason to watch the story. So, you know, very pleased. The characters, the world looks amazing. You know, it's taken inspiration from Norse mythology. They showed us the, you know, a few of the characters. They all look so good. Sigurd looks amazing. The main character of the Ragnarok stuff looks very good. We've got little wolf boy, we've got the bard, we've got the big mommy milkers. I don't know who the hell she is, but I'm pretty sure we'll find out soon. So yeah, the story, the characters look very good, and I'm pleased with that. And now, the only few things I have issues with is, how do I say this? Like, I don't know how seriously they're gonna take this, because, you know, obviously when they're doing their you know, their premiere, which by the way was fantastically done, you would think they were releasing a brand new game by the way they did the premiere, the world premiere, which is really cool. But it's like, how serious is this gonna be, right? Is it gonna be, you know, something that's very serious? Because keep in mind, this is a game that, you know, in the future we are going to get collabs and other stuff. We still need to get the 7 deadly sins stuff, like, where, you know, they can't, like, as I said earlier, they can't just press pause on everything and just shoot out this Ragnarok stuff. But it just depends, man. I think it just depends on how they do it. If they do it smartly, then I'm not going to complain. But if it's just like back to the Spitfire, you know, content, well, not even content, but like spamming us with banners and stuff like that, no one's going to be happy, right? One thing that I'm pretty sure people are still going to be unhappy about regardless is rates, you know, quote unquote, the rates. In my Twitch chat, like, I was discussing this and people are still commenting like, but where are the buffed rates? It's like, you know, rates is not an issue for me. You know, I don't really feel like the rates are bad. I feel like the rates are adequate, like 3%. With the GSSRs here and there, I don't complain about the rates. Honestly, I feel like the only people who complain about rates, no offense, is free to plays. I'm gonna just keep it real. I don't see whales complaining about rates. Obviously, only the free to plays do, because they have a finite amount of gems. Whereas if you're a whale, you know, you're gonna have more gems to summon with. You'll buy stuff. In the grand scheme of things, I think the rates are fine. You know, other games have worse rates. Other games have better rates. It's just, you know, it is what it is. 3% is average. I don't look into the individual rate, because that's just stupid. Like, you know, if you look at individual rates, then by logic you'll probably never pull a character unless you spend 3,000 gems, which obviously isn't the case, you know. So I don't look too deeply into rates. 3%, you know, unfortunate. Could be higher, of course, especially in this game. But I'm sure the devs will figure something out, not by buffing the rates, because I don't think they're going to do that, but I'm sure, you know, we'll get some extra currency along the way and stuff. And that's another thing, you know, they did mention a lot about rewards. They said on release day we would get you know, a full outfit set for the free unit, which when I first read it, I thought it was just one UR set, but they actually mentioned specifically you'll get a full set of costumes, which might mean nothing if the character has 2 or like, you know, only 2, but it might mean the world if they have 4 or 5. And then also we get the, you know, the one free character. I think it's probably going to be the wolf boy. Hopefully he's good. I mean, Grand Cross has a fantastic track record with giving you very good units for free. Trust me, very rarely do we get a free unit who's absolutely garbage. I think I can, like, Matrona, Camilla. Oh, on Global we got Camilla for free. JP didn't. Matrona, Camilla, and Gila. I can't think of any other free unit that was garbage. Like, honestly, just 3 bad units. they have a very good track record of that, so I'm not too worried about that. And of course, 100 gems for free. Why not? Obviously, it's not the 300 gems that Global got or that JP got for the Chandler issue, but it's a free 100 gems at the end of the day. You'll take it. So yeah, all in all, very, very pleased. That's pretty much all my thoughts. My complaints are very minimal. Hopefully, they don't take it too seriously. They don't focus too much on it, because the game does need to balance multiple different aspects. But it's very good that this wasn't a collab. If technically, no, this isn't a collab. This is, actually from them. They made this. So yeah, I think a lot of people were worried that if this was a collab, then they'd probably just quit. Because I think, on Global, we've had our fair share of money grabs, as you would say. We went back-to-back collab, and then we literally went festival unit back-to-back collab. And now we're going to get a festival unit very soon on Global. In 3 weeks time, we should be getting Arthur next week, and then we should get Barn 2 weeks after that. So in 3 weeks time, Global is going to get Festival Barn. And of course, JP is literally going from Festival Barn on the anniversary. They'll get another character soon, and then after that new character comes out, they're going to go straight into this Ragnarok stuff. So slow down on the schedule a little bit. It's nothing too serious, because I do find the schedule now to be very sufficient. A new character every 2 weeks, content every week. Content every week might be a little bit extreme, but you guys get what I mean, right? We'll just see how it goes, man. We'll just see how it goes. I'm very excited though. I did mention as of late that I was kind of getting bored of the game, just playing PvP all day, not really paying attention to all the other stuff, but this is definitely a good way. I'm sure we'll get new players from this. I'm sure a lot of people will return to the game for this, because it's unheard of, like, this is a gacha game that has made their own original story within that gacha game that is completely unrelated to the anime, which is just insane. It's actually insane. Other games, I said this on Twitter, where it's like, other games right now are fixing their security systems, and other games have players crying that they don't have enough stamina and stuff. And for the longest time, people were just complaining about Grand Cross, when the devs have been spending 2 years trying to build this original anime world for us. And it's like, take it into perspective. Something like this requires a big budget. Like, they don't just make this for free. Like, this takes a significant amount of time and money as well to make. So all I have to say is fair play to Netmarble. I never would have thought Netmarble would be doing something like this, because it's very unselfish. But, I'm pretty sure you can find someone on Twitter already who will tell you otherwise. But anyway, that will be my thoughts. Not too long, 13 minutes. I'm not gonna, swan song you for 30 minutes, because there's just not too much to talk about. We still don't know enough, but we'll just have to see. 20 characters, 12 chapters of story already planned. I'm sure that will increase. They said specifically it's about 24 episodes of an anime, if it was an anime. So 24 episodes, that's a really long season, by the way. So yeah, they have so much content, and I am very, very pleased to hear it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. If you enjoyed today's video, or enjoyed my thoughts, drop a like on the video. If you didn't enjoy it, drop a dislike on the video. Let me know your thoughts down below. What do you think of this whole thing? Are you happy? Are you unhappy? Let me know in the comments, and do follow me over on Twitch, twitch.tv/ShogunGC. I stream every few days. I try my best to, of course. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.
Why are we so blind to see?